My camp is right here, southwest of Vault 76 and just beside the Moonshiner's Shack and northwest of the lumber mill. Kind of regret telling you guys this because I built my camp here the first day of the beta and it's still here. Like, no one has kicked me out of the spot yet, so I'm hoping it stays that way. You know, even after exploring a huge portion of the map, I still think this is one of the best spots to build a camp, mainly because of this pond. I didn't build this pier, by the way, it was like this when I found it. And I mean, sure it looks great, but I also have an endless supply of water that, you know, I can drink or collect or do cannonballs in. I'm kind of jumping ahead of the tour, but if that doesn't sell you on this spot, check out this view. Yeah, it's damn fine. And the front view is great as well. I just didn't build over here because the ground isn't as flat. But holy shit, right? It's beautiful. And right over here by this crashed vertibird, there's always an enemy spawn point. There's always something over here when I fast travel, which is nice because, you know, free loot. Alright, I'm going to do a quick tour of the place and then show you how to build it. So out front I have a water pump and some corn. I wanted to fill this whole side up with corn, but I just had the one, so to be continued. I like having a big wraparound porch, especially in this kind of environment. It seems like a must because, you know, this is West Virginia. Can't have a house if there ain't no porch. There's a generator up top for safekeeping, but the smoke is driving me nuts, so I might move it. And oh, by the way, the view is incredible. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but here it is. I have a few turrets around here. I have one there, one here that needs to be repaired. I couldn't build one here because the budget of the settlement is maxed out, so I just put the last one right down here. This one sees the most action because of that spawn point right there, and because it's protecting my water purifier. So, it's the real hero. I was very limited with what I could do on the inside because we all are. We need plans for everything. So I just did a video on the stored item glitch where we can build things that we don't have plans for, like this couch and bench and these chairs. I haven't unlocked these yet, but I was still able to build them. So if you want to find out how to use this glitch, I have the link to that video in the description. Now some of this stuff I got from the atomic shop, like these plants, these succulents, you know. And I think they look great. It was well worth the purchase. And let's see what else. This door, I got that door. I got this carpet from the atomic shop. And this welcome home rug, which is kind of sad that I had to buy a rug. I spent a lot in the atomic shop, but I just wanted things to build with. Upstairs is the master bedroom. Well, it's the only bedroom. I got plans for the warehouse walls after completing some event. I think it was fertile soil, but that's how I got these half window walls. And I love having them up here because I like the idea of waking up to that view. And I sleep with a fan or like a white noise machine, so the hum of the generator is actually kind of nice. The smoke is not. And behind this door is the bathroom. You see, I didn't forget. I didn't want to start off my first build in this game by forgetting the bathroom. Yeah, it's just a bathtub, but that's the only thing I've unlocked so far, so this is where everything happens. I don't want to talk about it. The last part of the tour is one of my favorite spots. Now, since this is an online game and people can potentially come by at any moment, I decided to add on this part of the cabin. It's basically a little workshop. I put everything in here that we can need, except for a power armor station. I don't have that unlocked. But I got the Tinker's workbench, weapons workbench, the stash box, the armor workbench, and of course the chemistry station. Oh, and this guy too, you know, just for some motivation. But yeah, feel free to stop by anytime and use whatever you want. Just, you know, leave my cabin alone. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to build it. I scrapped everything except for the foundation and a few minor decorations here and there. So we start with a row of 4 foundations, then 2 rows of 5, and then another row of 4. So the 2 middle rows have an extra foundation for the workshop. The fences I used are under the defenses tab and are available to us without needing any plans, so I used them to wrap around my porch. And for the stairs, I just used the wood foundation stairs, nothing too fancy. Now the first and the last row of foundations, the ones with only 4 pieces, are part of the porch. So we're going to build our walls around the 2 middle rows. And you want to make sure that you leave a spot over here to the right for the wraparound porch. Unless, you know, if you only want to have a front and a back porch, then you can extend the cabin out a little bit. But you wouldn't have a wraparound porch, which would be blasphemy. So I don't recommend it. I just said the word porch so many times. I'm not saying it anymore for the rest of the video. No more. Porch. Under the stairs column, we want this one where the ladder is to the left. And surprisingly, this just snaps in. So we're gonna have the ladder towards the back, and there we go. Now, like I mentioned before, I already unlocked the warehouse pieces, so I'm just going to use these for the workshop, but you don't have to. If you don't have these unlocked, you can still use whatever. You know, if you have different things unlocked, or if you just have only the wood pieces, then those would still look good over here. I just like the contrast between the warehouse and the wood. And since this is going to be the interior walls, I'm going to switch it to the wood pieces to go along with the cabin. Up here, I'm going to snap in the upper floor pieces to the stairs. And you only need these two. I didn't realize that until later on in the video, so I added in more. But this is dumb. Don't do this. You don't need these. To put a roof over the porch, I'm going to use these upper floors, but you don't have to. You can use the actual roof pieces, like the flat pieces. Like, I was going to use those originally, but I put these down first, and I was just too lazy to change them. Alright, so we have our porch covered up and our upper floor, so now to add in the top part of the walls. What is this? Just get the wall in there. There we go. Oh, hey! Alright, so now that the seizure is over, I'm just putting in half walls all the way around, and this one's going to be the warehouse half wall with window, because, you know, the view. And this is fun to watch because I'm still thinking that I need these walls right here, but I realize that I don't. Right here. Figured it out. Don't need those walls. So I don't need this one either, and then wait for it. I don't need these floors either. All is right in the world. So for the outside wall, I'm using these angled warehouse pieces. Again, just for the contrast, so you don't have to use these. And I'm going to snap in the angled roof pieces. Now these roofs are supposed to snap to the walls below, but the upper floors are blocking them. So the roofs are actually snapping to the angled walls. And I'm mentioning this because it's always good to know what is snapping to what. That way, if something isn't working, you can just play around with the build order. Like at first, these roofs weren't snapping in, so instead of removing the floors and then trying it, I knew that they would snap to the angled walls instead. Paying attention to that can save you a lot of time. So I snapped in the roof up here, and now I'm putting in the last bit of angled walls, and I think we're pretty much done after this. You don't have to put in a bathroom. You could always just do like an outhouse or just not have a bathroom, like some kind of lunatic. But if you wanted to put one in, it's really simple. Just place in the door and then half wall, and then you want to do an angled wall. There we go. We built a bathroom. So I put the roofs on the workshop, and now I'm adding in the wood angled walls. Again, I like the contrast. I like making them look different from the top and the bottom. I think it looks better. Actually, for this part, it's stupid and I hate it, so I'm going to change it back to the warehouse pieces. There we go. Okay, much better. It can be too much sometimes. Alright, we're losing daylight, so I just need to throw these posts in very quickly. Wow, I sound like a real mountaineer, don't I? Alright, we're losing daylight. Let's get them posts up and call it a day. Now the post will snap in over the fences, but not the other way around. So you put the fence in first and then snap in the post. And the post is actually snapping to the foundation below and not the floor on top. So just a little fun fact for you. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you enjoyed this and we'll get some ideas for your cabin. What do you think about this location though? Do you like it? Do you know of a better spot? How about that? If you know of a better spot, let us know in the comments. It'd be really cool to see where you guys are building, so let us know.